Almost no matter what negative state we're dealing with, whether it's worry, overthinking, overwhelm, anxiety, depression, anger, sadness, no matter what it is, one of the most important skills we need to develop are what I call the 3 N's. The first one is naming it. And this is part of emotional intelligence that's kind of new on the scene in the last few years, and it's a very important thing to understand. Naming how you're feeling and saying, like, I'm experiencing anxiety. The way we word it is very important, because if we just say, I'm anxious, I'm depressed, I'm angry, it's just a definitive statement of what we are. And it takes away the ability to change it to some degree. To say, I'm experiencing anxiety, gives us the power to allow a different experience to happen. And so the way we word, how we name it, is very important. And I'll do another video soon on emotional intelligence. But this video is about the 3 N's. Naming it is number 1. Noticing it is number 2. How do we know we're feeling anxious? Is it a weird sensation in the gut or in the throat or in the head? And give it different characteristics, meaning, is it pulsing or buzzing or hot or cold, or does it feel heavy or thick? Give it some adjectives to describe it. Does it move around? Is it erratic? Is it constant? Give it a color, give it a feeling, give it texture, give it all of its little nuances. Notice where in the body you're feeling it. And then give it a number. This comes from the SUDS system, Systematic Units of Distress Scale. It's very simple. Just give it a number on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 being the worst you've ever felt it, the worst it could possibly be. Number 1 being, it's kind of there, barely noticeable. 0, not having it at all. Notice where it's at. Like if you feel it in the gut and it's kind of heavy and it feels tight and it's kind of on the surface, but it goes in just a little bit. It's kind of the color orange, and I call it anxiety. And out of a scale of 1 to 10, it's about a 7. If you have a lot of difficulty deciding where on that scale it is, just call it a 10. Then go to one of the techniques of alleviating that, whether it's the yin breathing or it's holding the finger that's appropriate for the feeling you're trying to clear, or tapping or meditation or exercise, movement, any of the systems. Go back and check some of the earlier videos, or stay tuned for more videos that I've got coming soon on other ways to clear negative states. And keep continuing to come back and do these 3 N's. Name, notice, and give it a number. And when you start seeing that number decreasing, you know what you're doing is effective and working really well. Take it all the way down to a 0. And then focus on something good. This is where gratitude comes in, or like I talk about my lists of 5, and I'll update a video on that here soon as well. But focus on things that give you a good sense of feeling, what you're wanting to feel, whether it's peace or love or harmony or relief. And notice where that is in the body and focus on that feeling. The more you train these feelings, the easier it is to make them happen. And if all we're doing is focusing on our anxiety, our depression, our anger, what we're doing is we're actually reinforcing them. What we want to do is notice them, give them a number, give them a name, take them down to zero, get rid of them, replace them with something we do want, whether it's calmness or focus or love, peace, harmony, those types of things. And notice how those are. Focus on them, give them a color, give them a feeling, let them seep through your pores and through your cells and the veins and arteries, feeding each organ, feeding the brain, feeding the thoughts. And that's where we get real substantial change. Try that technique, the 3 N's, and come on back. I'll see you in the next video. Be well. I'll see you again real soon.